Smells like eggs. Hi, welcome to another metal YouTube video. My name is Will, I'm the Average Poser, and in this video I'm going to be talking about 3 bands that I personally believe are underrated. This is a video I wrote about 4 months ago, but I didn't feel like it. I feel like I should mention that this is the first time I've been in front of the camera for an entire video, so I'm sorry if I don't seem too enthusiastic. I am enthusiastic about the bands, I promise. It's not going to be a deep analysis about why they aren't bigger. Okay, this isn't the punk rock MBA. Although I did partake in an MFA course for grindcore for a few months before being kicked out for being a poser. Also, all of these bands did fairly well, and 2 of them are active today. When I say that I think they should be bigger, I just mean that in my opinion, I thought they should have been bigger. They deserve more notoriety than what they have. Technically, Metallica could be in this video if I thought that they deserve to be knighted and have a US state named after them. Probably put Evergreen Terrace and Harakiri in the sky for part 2. Stick around till the end of the video and I'll show you how I unboxed a couple of things, including patches, I think. I don't remember. I unboxed it like 2 months ago. It's really bad. Also, it's 2 days before Halloween when I'm filming this, so in the future, hi. Anyway, so the first underrated band is Taiwan's Thonic. The best subgenre to plug them into is probably blackened mellow folk death. They're basically Iron Maiden, if Iron Maiden had been influenced by black metal. At the time I'm making this, Thonic has just about under 20,000 listeners on Spotify, and I think that number should be much higher. They've got songs with great hooks that do not detract from their heaviness. It's a raw kind of heaviness. It's appropriate for their songs, mostly about war, struggles throughout Taiwanese history. And their incorporation of traditional instruments is perfect. Sets a historical context where necessary without overutilizing them. I first became a Thonic fan in October of 2011. They were touring the US with Skeleton Witch, Arch Enemy, and Devil Driver. Unfortunately, Arch Enemy didn't show up on the day that I saw them. It was just an off date where Devil Driver was headlining. I went in completely blind to the band, and I was just blown away by it. I think it's the first time anybody in Omaha, Nebraska had seen an Eru, if I'm pronouncing that right, set to heavy metal music, and just kind of fell in love with it right away. They bring a theatrical image to the stage, but again, without overdoing it. I would rate it a 10 out of 10, would mosh to an Eru again. Takasago Army remains one of my all-time favorite albums by any band. I actually have a disposable camera picture somewhere of me with Freddie and Doris from the show, but it's been lost to the halls of time, and by that I mean my mother's basement. In recent Thonic news, they collaborated with Trivium's Matt Kafefi, and they re-released their song Supreme Pain for the Tyrant with him, and it's pretty good. It was also announced that their bass player is being tracked by the Chinese government. Probably has something to do with the fact that lead singer Freddie Lim is a congressman and founding leader of an entire political party. That dude is pretty much definitely in the running for most interesting man in the world, and their political involvement in Taiwan probably explains why they haven't had a lot of international touring that I'm aware of in the last decade. And it's cool that they're doing what they want to do. Hey, one quick note on that. I feel like I kind of glazed over something really important here, kind of inappropriately. Please do your own research on Freddie Lim and the New Power Party. It's a really cool story. Reason I glazed over it like that is because I didn't feel like I knew enough to really do justice to it. But yeah, it's a bigger deal than I made it sound. Just check out Thonic. Also, don't skip their acoustic release. Great stuff. So next we got Straight Line Stitch. Straight Line Stitch is a metalcore band from Tennessee, and as far as I can tell, they closed up shop sometime around 2015, but never really made it official. On the plus side, that means that they are technically still around and could drop a surprise album any day. Watch them do that before I upload this. Like Thonic, I also first heard of Straight Line Stitch back in 2011. They were part of the Mayhem Festival that year, and they came to Omaha on an off date with who was In Flames, Trivium, and Kingdom of Sorrow. It's where I got my Beard of Doom shirt, actually. I remember that show well. Now, metalcore is not my most favorite of genres, but I enjoyed them after I saw them. I remember listening to this group a lot after seeing them. I liked their attitude at first more than anything else. You know, they were relatively new, and they took ownership of it by selling these t-shirts that said, "Who the fuck are Straight Line Stitch?" And it was great. The most recent album at the time, The Fight of Our Lives, is it's the kind of album I would enjoy on, like a long highway drive. Conversion's my favorite single from that one. I've also been enjoying Laughing in the Rear View lately. 4 years later, they released an EP, and then they ghosted. They just straight up, their last Facebook post was made in 2015. Their last tweet was in June of 2016. By all appearances, they were working on an album and were almost ready to go, but for reasons that we either don't know or that are public knowledge and I was too lazy to find, they haven't been heard from since. And I don't know, I guess it's just none of our business. If anyone watches this and knows what might have happened to Straight Line Stitch, somewhere in their camp, let us know in the comments. Hopefully everybody is okay and doing well. In spite of not releasing anything for over 5 years now, they've maintained a respectable 17,000 listeners on Spotify. And I can't help but shake the feeling they left us too soon. Finally, we're going to move on to Canada's The Birthday Massacre. They're not so much a metal band as, I guess, I don't know what you would classify them as, dark new wave band with a heavy goth aesthetic. If you're like me and you grew up on the late 90s new metal and industrial vibe, then you can see why I would put them in this video. They are the only band in this group that I have not seen live yet. I had tickets to see them in Lincoln back before, 2020 did its thing where everything got canceled. I was aware of them back in the MySpace era. I know they had a large following. They had a pretty large following. I think they were like the most followed group on Vampire Freaks, if anybody remembers that. I didn't start listening to them regularly, though, until a Chance Pandora recommendation. It's another forgotten thing I don't use anymore. Back in early 2016, and I unapologetically love the music. It's catchy as hell, and I love the genre blending. Kind of the same reason I like Thonic with the, the blackened death heavy metal mixed with the folk metal. I grew up listening to a lot of 70s and 80s pop thanks to my dad, and then to a lot of shock rock as a teenager, and The Birthday Massacre strikes me as kind of like the meeting of those styles. It seems like a lot of people would agree with me. There's almost 200,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. I've been able to crowdfund the last couple of albums that they put out. They have, I guess you could say, something of an internet cult following, and that they've been able to maintain for many years now. You can actually find my name in the little donor credits for Under Your Spell album if you take a magnifying glass in there and look for it. So the band is already fairly popular. I'm just surprised you don't hear about them more. Like, why aren't they higher on bills, festival bills? A few years ago, they were the opening act for Jonathan Davis, but I think they should be the opening act for Korn. They had been set to open some shows for Nightwish in Los Angeles, I think around November of this year, but 2020, the thing that ends all the things. Hopefully whenever live music makes a comeback, I'll be able to see The Birthday Massacre again, whether that's, headlining a small venue like they do, or maybe opening for Iron Maiden like they deserve. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you would like to drop a subscribe, that would be great, and you can see a part 2. Just kidding. No, there's not. No, this will be the last video that I ever make. No, but yeah, no, if you want to subscribe, check me out on Instagram and Facebook. And I look forward to posting again, although I gotta say, this is one of those channels where, I don't do weekly videos. I just, post them whenever I do. I'll get them up when I can for fun. Believe it or not, though, I do have one social media profile that's monetized, and that's my TikTok. So if you want to watch my cringy dad jokes on there, by all means. Every view counts. And as promised, here's me attempting an unboxing video a few weeks ago. It's not good. It's not good.
Just unwrap. I just unboxed the first 2 things without the camera on. I am so good at this. Veronica, I need you to move, please, friend. All right, well, the first thing we got is, as you can see, it's got my name on it, Thea Burridge. All right, so the first thing that we got is, Veronica, I need you to go over here, honey. Oh, boing. All right, so with the camera on, first thing that we have, as you can see, addressed to me, Thea Burridge. And this is just a little good luck charm. It is a shirt from another YouTuber, the mighty Finn McAtree at Permba. I'll wear this in videos for good luck. Not right away though, because I'm not a size large yet. I was a size large most of my life, then I gained 100 pounds in a year. So we're gonna have to earn the large shirts. And we got a twofer from Sewer Rot Records. From beneath the haunted bubble wrap comes Engulfer and Disrotter. I don't know if these are still available out on the Bandcamp. That's where I pre-ordered both of them. I'm happy they were together in the same package. I already listened to them on Bandcamp. camp band, and they do indeed slap. And then the last box we got. This is the Metalhead cassette box for August. I had a couple of other Metalhead boxes this year. This is the first one I'm unboxing on video, though. I shall name him Leno. Let's see what shirt we got this time. That's so funny, Becky. I am deceased. Now, from looking on Instagram stories, I knew that the incantation one was going to for sure be in here. This seemed to go with every Metalhead box, the regular Metalhead box everybody got. Incantation, Sect of Vile Divinities. I do like green covers. And then we also got these two that come with the cassette box. Always a good bang for your buck, the Metalhead box, I swear. This is Bedsore from off of the 20 buck spin label, the legendary label. And so is this one. This is the newest from Void Ceremony. So if you don't have a Metalhead box, if you don't have the cassette box and you're thinking about buying it, usually it's got 2 cassettes and a bunch of other goodies, but this time it had the 3 cassettes. The price of this this box is 35 bucks, and I think for most people this alone would be worth the box. It also came with that t-shirt and the pin that I just pulled out. And then we got some more goodies here. We got the looks like this is a guide to what's in the box. And then my personal favorite thing, because I'm an autograph hound, Jungle Rot. Jungle Rot's Dave Matrice 2020 autograph right there. And a sticker promoting the Hellcast Metal Podcast. So